We're back. It's another regular episode, Jordan. We're at my house. We're watching Celebrity Deathmatch with no sound on.
You didn't say hi.
Say hi.
Hello.
We're watching Celebrity Deathmatch.
Nice.
You remember this show?
Yeah.
I don't know. You're standing. You make me nervous. Why are you standing?
I need to, my legs are restless, man.
It's going to be a bad show to watch without sound on.
It's fine. No, it's not. It's okay, dude.
It's not going to be good.
All right.
Let me put on something else. Why are you fighting me?
Ridiculousness.
No way.
Yeah, I just saw it.
That's going to be so bad. I'm just going to put on some other nature documentaries and shit.
So, do you ever get like time and money mixed up?
Nope. What do you mean? I don't know what that means, but I don't know what that means, but I guarantee you I don't.
You never get like,
oh man, is it 7 o'clock or $25 right now?
No.
What the fuck are you talking about, Jordan?
Like, do you ever get like close to 60 cents and you're like, I almost have $1?
Oh, that's what you mean.
Yeah.
No, I don't. What? Do you honestly do that? Are you like, oh, it's 100 minutes, that's an hour?
Yeah.
Really? Do you do that?
Yeah.
I don't do that.
Yeah, sometimes.
I could see how that would be a thing, but I also like I'm not afflicted with. Oh, I wonder if that's one of those. What is it? Is it like a synesthesia-esque disease or disorder?
Yeah.
You know about synesthesia, right?
Yeah, it's like when you like see colors. Wait,
that's just having eyeballs.
When you see sounds.
Yeah.
That's a dumb concept. I don't believe that.
It's real. I read like a
I
really
mean, it's real. There's no way for you to know.
What?
There's no way for you to know that it's real.
I've read really cool like academic studies on people that have it, and it seems like uniform. So I would imagine that like it's like a consistent thing, like neurologically, when you have that disorder.
Yeah. Okay. I will.
But I'm more so saying like, you know, there's dyslexia.
Yeah.
And then it's
when you read backwards, right?
No, it's when the letters get mixed up.
Oh,
I have a very mild case of the numbers one. I forget what it's called. It's like dyslexia, but numbers.
Perplexia?
No. Yes, it's perplexia. No, but so like if I'm reading out like a string of numbers, like credit card information.
Yeah.
And there's like a lot of the same digits in a row, like I can't.
So it's like you only have $100 left, but you think you have $1,000?
No, literally, it's like if I'm reading out like a credit card number, like I lose track of how many times I've said zero if there's like 5 zeros in a row. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like if
split those fuckers up with in fours.
Yeah, well that's why when I worked at the symphony I had to do it in groups of 4.
Yeah.
Because if someone just reads them all off and I have to like type them out, then it's like how many times have I said zero?
Do you ever like kind of snap at someone when they're reading something too fast and you can't do it right yet?
Yeah, because I'm angry all the time.
You kind of are.
Mm-hmm. I'm very high.
Pretty much every time I talk to you, you're like, we don't on paper we don't really have a great friendship.
I don't think that's true at all.
I mean, think about every time we talk, it's pretty much sarcastic.
Because we only talk about business related stuff or it's I'm running late. That's the only time
like today.
We text.
So, motherfucker, you were late and I texted you. I told you I had to piss really bad.
This is not my fault because you switched it up.
I did not.
You
weren't going to be on time anyway. It's not like you were going to be here.
I was going to be here on time. I was 100%. Don't give me that shit.
All right. Well,
you said a time and then you said 15 minutes later. So I planned for 15 minutes later. And then within 3 minutes, you're like, actually, psych, I'm going to be there at the original time, which was in 2 minutes.
I don't control traffic, man. And, you know, with the bridge down and everything, there's no way to tell.
You cannot blame the bridge from where you were. Actually, you probably could have.
Blame the bridge on
Also,
everything.
you're an adult and you could have peed.
Yeah. Well, whatever.
It doesn't matter.
What were you talking about?
Baby bladder.
Something about words.
I was just talking about how like sometimes I get dizzy with fucking numbers being
yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
And then you asked if I get mad.
Yeah. People because I imagine over the phone they're like, "Can I pay for this?" And
Oh
you're
yeah,
like,
sometimes people would like go really quick, but you just get used to being like, yeah, like can you repeat it? Because the other thing is you get trained in like customer services, you're not supposed to repeat it to them.
What?
No,
Why?
that's like
Someone could.
fucking huge identity theft, like
Oh.
stolen credit card shit.
I've definitely repeated.
No, like you're not supposed to.
Oh, okay. Well,
You know, like when people say like, can you read that back to me? Like you're not supposed to do that. Like you can,
right.
but like etiquette 100% is like you're not supposed to do that.
Would you consider yourself good at like helping people?
If I want to help them, yes.
But here's
If
the
I
thing.
don't want to help
Okay.
them, I'm not good at it.
Just a random person who like obviously needs help. Do you usually stop and help them?
There's so many qualifiers within that
Yeah.
scenario.
You know, if like, okay, let's go low first, right?
Uh-huh.
Someone who's like wandering around with a map, they obviously don't know where they're going, but they don't come to you for help, but you're passing by them. You're like,
Oh, like when you're on the corner and you see
Yeah.
someone looking at maps and stuff. Yeah, I mean, like if I'm not in a hurry or if it's, you know what I mean? Like depending on
yeah,
the time of day or like what they look like I'll be like, hey, are you lost? You know what I mean?
yeah.
But then other times it's like, it's none of my
Okay.
fucking business.
A family that is trying to take a picture of themselves, but they obviously want someone to take. They're trying to do it like a selfie.
I'll do that shit all the time. I don't care
Okay.
about that.
But not them asking you.
Oh, I
You-
will be like, hey, do you want me to take that picture?
Okay.
I'll do that.
Wow. Okay. This is good.
I'll do that.
Okay.
Before I do like, hey, are you lost?
Mm-hmm.
Because most of the time people like aren't receptive to that interaction.
Yeah, but you can say, "What are you looking for?" Can I help?
Wonderful example of this. 100% true. This month, I was walking back to my car from work
Mhm.
and some fucking dumb broad
Well,
blew
that's
her.
not very nice.
She was
load.
mean to me, so I can be mean back to her.
Yeah.
Let me finish my story, Jordan.
Okay. All right.
No, so this fucking woman was
All right. Calm down, bro.
dude. No, it
I
pissed,
don't like
it,
your energy
it
right
really
now.
pissed me off so much.
I feel like you're talking to me.
Yes, you, Jordan. Some woman named Jordan. No, I was walking back from work to my car, and this woman was like driving a really nice car, and she was pulling out of like a parking space, and she hit broken glass, and her tire very loudly popped.
Ooh.
Like very to the point where I like
Tire breaks and broken glass.
to the point where I like jumped a little bit because it was like startling.
Yeah.
But she rolled like halfway up the block on the shredded fucking
Yes.
tire. And so then I saw her at the red light, and she obviously was not like cognizant of the fact that she had just blown this tire. And so I like was at the fucking crosswalk, and I was like looking at her, like trying to wave to get her attention, and she like would look at me and then like ignore me and look straight ahead.
Yeah.
But like for the entire light cycle, I was like pointing at her
Okay.
and waving and like walking towards her vehicle, being like, hey, like roll your window down, like, hey, hello, excuse me.
She thought you were a vagrant.
I understand that. And so then she like finally we're done. She's like, what? I don't have any, like she was legit was like, I don't have any money. And I was like, I straight up was like, I'm not asking for money. Your tire's flat. And then she was like, wait, what? And I was like, yeah, you just blew your tire. And she was like, are you serious? And I was like, I don't know. Did you park with your tire flat beforehand? Because it's flat right now. And then she,
Wait, you saw it blow up from the glass, though.
yes, I did.
Yeah.
I saw this.
Okay. All right.
But then she would like, she was just, it
This
was
is what I'm talking about.
it was infuriating. It was so infuriating.
Okay.
And then she legit did like almost the meme thing
Mm-hmm.
where she was like, well, what should I do? And I was like, I don't know. And then just like walked away. Cause like,
Oh, so you weren't helpful in this situation, really?
I was perfectly willing to be helpful. And then she was a fucking bitch. And then so she can deal with it herself.
Okay. All right.
It
so that's example 3, and that's a good step up from what we were talking about. From
yeah.
Okay. So let's go up even more, right? Like,
don't
okay,
know how-
so the guy riding a bike,
Mm-hmm.
and all these people are ugly, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just because you do things for attractive people.
100%.
When,
I want to have sex with them.
Well, anyway, so an ugly guy falls on a bike, but he's kind of far away. You can see him. And it's obvious that he broke his leg. He's
Was it a funny fall or was it like a not funny fall?
Oh, it's not funny in the sense that he got hurt, but it is funny
like
because
moaning on the ground?
Yeah. Oh no. Like that kind of thing. Like
would I help him?
Yeah.
I would ask if he needs help, but I'm not going to touch someone who's hurt because I don't know how to deal with that.
Yeah, but would you like go up,
Be like, hey buddy, what's up?
and then call emergency
I've done that
services?
before.
Okay.
But I've done the opposite
I'm not
also
sure that I
where
would.
I have seen people like
I
wipe
would like
out.
to think I would, but
This also happened to me last week.
Oh,
It's very
okay.
funny. No, so like my job is on the bike path.
right.
And now that it's nice out, all the fucking idiots are out on their bikes and their scooters.
yeah.
Pedestrians don't know how to ride any type of vehicle. I maintain this 100%. You should not ride a skateboard, a scooter, a bike, a fucking moped, anything that isn't a car in the city unless you're legitimately trained because you're fucking stupid and you're going to get hurt. So many like fair weather bicyclists, fair weather like scooter people, they just get hurt every day in every city.
Yeah.
Because they don't pay attention because they're on their phone or they're nervous or they're scared or they just aren't trained in any way, right?
Yeah.
What?
Really quick, I've also noticed that drivers just don't really know the whole when you're stop at a 4-way stop and they're across from you and they're going to they're all they have to do is make that turn and you want to make the turn across the traffic. They always try to wave you to go when it's obviously their
Completely different thing we're talking about.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's people that don't know how to
I'm
do
talking
shit.
about pedestrians who are now taking to the streets and hurting themselves.
Okay.
So when it gets warm out, more people ride their bikes and ride bird scooters. Bird scooters are a pox on Western society.
Yeah.
Do
Do other countries have them?
I don't know, but I hope when Iran takes over, they get rid of bird scooters.
Yeah.
I really hope that the Taliban just first thing they do is just fucking they just shoot every bird
Iran is gonna take us over.
I mean, I wouldn't fuck with the fucking Revolutionary Guard.
Yeah.
But so a couple days ago, I was pulling out of my parking lot at work and I was in the parking lot still. And some fucking jabroni was riding a bird scooter down the street in the bike lane while scrolling on his phone.
Oh, that's not a good.
Got the speed wobbles.
Ooh.
And then bailed on the fucking bird scooter. And I watched all this happen.
Did he let go of his phone?
The phone went flying up.
It's uncommitted.
The bike or the
that's
bird
how you know
scooter,
they're not trained.
The bird scooter went flying forward, skidding on its side
How does that work?
in the bike lane because they rolled off.
Rolled off.
And then he like stumble rolled onto the sidewalk and then lost his balance and then fell and like tumbled. And legit the whole time I was like, don't hit my van. Don't hit, like I can't back up at this point. And so I was like, I swear to God, if you have lost your balance and then slam into the side of my van and I have to deal with the insurance, I'm going to lose
because then that
my
becomes
That's what
you
I'm saying.
hit someone.
Yeah. And so then he was centimeters from hitting my work van.
Yeah.
And then I like rolled down the window and I was like, are you all right, man? And he tried to like cool guy it off like, yeah, hey, I'm good, man.
You should have got out and then beat his ass after he's
Fucking
like
just steal his wallet.
make his day just so much worse.
But then it's like I could see like blood coming
Ooh, out
from
of his
under
ears?
his like white shirt from like where he was skidding on the sidewalk, and he just started
Damn,
immediately
dude.
limping. But it was very much a very like astronomical case of not my problem. After I asked if you're okay, and you said
so you
you're
failed
fine.
this one.
I didn't fail it.
You failed.
I asked if he was okay, and he tried to laugh it off to save his masculine pride.
No. Here's the thing: if you were,
He did
For
not
me,
say
for-
"owie." He
for
did not.
you to pass
no,
this, after you
I
see
didn't
that
see
blood-
a bone sticking out of his skin. He
after
was
you,
not, no.
after you see that blood, you go, dude, I gotta call someone.
I'm not calling anyone. No,
I know that's what I'm.
I didn't
know.
fail that at all.
You failed.
I did not.
You
if,
failed
if,
this.
If anything, the
What
worst.
level is this?
If I don't know, 4. The worst grade I'm getting on this one is a solid neutral. 100% getting a neutral.
Was he attractive?
No. No, he I don't know. He was just like a generic like tech bro guy.
Okay.
But no, okay, so here's one that probably isn't going to be on your weird scale, but further to my point. On the bike path in Baltimore, and I say this to anyone that drives in Baltimore or any city, if you have to cross over a bike path, right, to turn in, you have to look both ways twice, even if you have the right of way. There are so many amateur cyclists.
This is a rule or an unwritten rule?
As someone who spends 8 hours a day driving in metropolitan areas, I have almost hit bicyclists or cyclists or people on different like fucking stupid modes of transportation like that so many times because they don't look out for cars and they run red lights.
Yeah, no, yeah.
So if you're riding a fucking bicycle in the city, you have to obey traffic laws.
Right.
But a lot of people don't do it.
I know.
A majority of people don't do it.
Yeah.
And the warmer it gets, the more just like random people start riding bikes.
Also, same with runners. Like runners that run on the street really piss me off.
Well, they do the stupid hand thing behind them.
Why are they running in the street? There's a perfectly good wide ass sidewalk it's always next. There's always a street and they're running on the street and there's a huge sidewalk there. Why aren't you running on it? You're taking up so much of the space.
I don't see a lot of those.
I do.
All the weird runners I always see on the sidewalk.
Because you're not in suburbia. This is a suburban problem.
Well, so here's a suburban problem that I do find when I get out there is like the old guys.
Get out there.
The what?
You said get out there.
Yeah, when I get out there, when I get up, when I get out there. No, when I'm out there, one of the biggest things I find in like rural areas or affluent suburban areas specifically are the old men with like $15,000 worth of like bike gear that take up the entire lane on like a country road to ride 10 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Yeah, it's a thing.
That's when you should get like a high score. You know what I mean?
Get a fucking gun.
No, no,
no. But that shit really like drives me insane, and like it really is frustrating because like
you know what I always imagine is getting like a stick. And then like riding by them and
just
like throwing the
big
stick
daddying into their wheel.
Yeah. And
dude.
then watch them go, woo.
That'd be sick. No, it's really frustrating because like my coworkers are cyclists and being a courier, like there's cars and like it's all part of my job. Basically, I just don't ride a bike because I don't want to get hit by cars. But like having to like talk to amateur cyclists or like recreational cyclists and then tell them that they're fucking stupid and then they get all fucking pissed off at me and then having to like try to stay calm and explain like I've been doing this for almost 10 years. I deal with you guys on a daily basis and like I deal with professionals on a daily basis, professional like cyclists, like for work.
Yeah.
Like bike messengers. And you are an embarrassment to that community and you don't know what you're doing and you're going to get hurt.
Yeah.
Like I really feel like I Karen out a lot.
Yeah.
When it's like, you need to stop what you're doing because you're going to hurt yourself or hurt other people. Yeah. That also is just like me getting old.
Yeah. There's a lot of that going on.
You want to see me riled up?
Not really.
When someone rides a bike on the sidewalk, I lose my fucking mind.
Oh, I do that.
I lose my shit.
Why?
Because bikes are meant for the fucking road. And they are meant for bike lanes.
Okay.
They're not sidewalks or for people fucking walking.
What if there's no bike lane?
Then ride in the fucking street.
Okay.
Ride in the street.
All the way to the right.
Yes, you don't ride in the middle, you ride on the side.
Right.
No, but you bicycles on the sidewalk are a pox on our communities.
Okay. All right.
Like, and I say this also, I'm not even a big fan of like restaurants that have seating out on sidewalks. I really don't like that. Like if you like fence it off, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
But like the sidewalk is for people walking. That's for fucking strollers, for benches, for people walking their animals and shit. Like people walking their kids. It's not for a fucking bicyclist. Or for, I keep on saying bicyclists instead of cyclists, but instead of like people on fucking scooters and bikes and shit. Because you're fucking idiots and you're not paying attention.
Yeah. Okay.
No one who is like no one who is like a good cyclist rides on the fucking sidewalk.
Yeah. No, I know. Yeah. Simmer down, bro.
It really, I hate it. I hate it so much.
Okay.
because you're gonna hurt people.
All right, yeah.
It's so dumb.
Yeah. Let's change the subject.
Okay, go ahead. Change the subject, Jordan.
Have you ever heard of okay, so there's this new thing going around. Have you heard of the a glimmer?
No, what the fuck's that?
It's the opposite of a trigger. So what do you think the opposite of a trigger is?
Something that so a trigger
is when
being
like
something that like riles you up, right?
Well, riles you up, or even triggers your like if you've had something happen to you, a PTSD type of thing, you know, and that's you're triggered, you know, because you had an experience that was bad.
So the opposite of a trigger is a glimmer.
Yeah,
that's something that chills you out.
It's something that you experience that makes you feel like really good. You know, but it's like when you get teared up or something.
Okay.
This is look. This is.
Oh, that's if you're describing this bad or if this is just a stupid.
I'm
concept.
Definitely describing it really bad.
It also sounds like a stupid concept.
It's a thing going on in like TikTok. You can
be triggered in the positive way, right?
No. I think triggered is supposed to be like always a negative thing. Like, oh, you're like,
I don't know. I feel like I could be triggered by something like reminds me of like my dead grandfather and like I'm crying, but because I miss him. That's not like the same thing as like
that might be a glimmer. That might be a glimmer. Yeah. I'm definitely explaining it bad.
Okay, well,
it's people being like,
unless someone explains this to me better, this is stupid.
Okay,
but I do want to. I would like you to continue.
I was just trying to change the subject.
No, it's fine. So what more do you have to say about this glimmer?
So you haven't heard of it?
Wasn't the glimmer the name of the thing in that awesome Natalie Portman sci-fi movie? It's not Armageddon or Apocalypse or fuck. It's the really that's the Shimmer. The Shimmer is that's
a good one. It's a good movie.
The movie, you know what I'm talking about? What the fuck is that movie called?
All right, wait, didn't I just say it? Annihilation.
Yeah, Annihilation. That's it. Yeah. Did you read the books?
No, I didn't fucking read the books.
There's 3 books.
They're fiction. I don't like fiction.
That is correct. You don't like fiction.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, can I bring up some things now, Jordan?
Yeah.
Or do you want to bring up more like TikTok things that you don't really understand?
You know what? My girlfriend explained it to me, and I was like, I guess I was half listening. So
that sounds about right.
I get that kind of.
So, do you follow like Coachella adjacent bullshit?
No.
Cool. Neither do I. But one thing that I did find awesome is that apparently Blur did not have a good time.
Who's that?
Blur. The woohoo.
Oh yeah.
That stupid bad
from Starship
fucking
Troopers.
That very bad British band.
Yeah.
I really hate that guy. I don't like
that's
him.
A one-hit wonder, right? They don't have any other songs.
Not over here because they suck dick. But so that's the guy who does the Gorillaz. It's the Gorillaz guy.
Oh, really?
And I fucking hate the Gorillaz because I fucking hate him. What? He's such a pompous fucking little dick prick. I really don't like him at all.
Are you sure?
Yes. Are you fucking kidding me right now, Jordan? You don't know anything about this stuff, so don't ask me if I'm sure.
I like the Gorillaz, and I didn't know that
they suck because he sucks. Because Blur was like very whatever, and then he started the Gorillaz, and then all the record producers over there just like did the whole like weird boy genius sucking his dick thing, where he would just like loop a fart, and they'd be like, "This is the best song I've ever heard.
No,
I'm going to give you 14
shit.
records." Any documentary I've seen with him talking about his musical process makes me want to punch a window and then eat the glass.
Okay.
I really don't like him. But one of the coolest things about Blur is that they had beef with Oasis.
Oh, yeah?
And it made me really like Oasis when I was.
Is it kind of like the like Pearl Jam, Nirvana type of shit?
I don't know what that is.
Taking Back Sunday versus Brand New type of shit?
More of that one. Okay. But it was more of like they were competing for the same market, and like Oasis was huge. I'm sorry, what?
I said, really?
What are you saying really about?
As in they were competing for the same market?
Blur and Oasis?
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
But then it's like Oasis being like super popular, and then Blur being like, we're better than them, we should be popular. And it's Oasis being like, you're a bunch of rich, dumb kids, and I don't care.
And they got one song.
Exactly. But so then like it's been lasting forever.
Okay.
Where like the Gallaghers will like post on Twitter being like, fuck Blur, fuck this dude, he sucks.
Yeah.
And then so that has like sparked this thing within like my friend, specifically, like it came out in the tour van one time on Islet when we were talking about like Blur versus Oasis. And I went on this whole fucking rant about how like Oasis are like dudes that you would actually want to drink with. Like I would love to drink with the Gallaghers. They're like lads. They're like bros and dudes. And then fucking Blur are just like weird preppy fucks that I would never want to be in the same room with.
Yeah.
And then it made me so happy when Blur was playing Coachella and was complaining about how like people weren't into their set. Like on stage, he's like whining and pissing and moaning because people aren't into it as much as he wants them to be.
Yeah.
It made me so happy.
Speaking of like shit like that, so did you? So Paul McCartney's son and
looks awful.
And I know he
looks like if Paul McCartney was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle.
He looks like Ringo Starr.
No, he doesn't.
But like
he looks
plumped
exactly.
Up a
he looks like if Paul McCartney opened up a comic book store. Yeah. It's really fucked up. So his hairline is insane.
Yeah. So that guy, and then also John Lennon's son, they made a song. Did you hear it?
No, I saw that they made a song.
So they made a song.
But I don't like the Beatles. I really don't enjoy. Okay. Well, the best thing the Beatles ever did was Wings.
Just kidding.
Wings was tight.
What is Wings?
That's Paul McCartney's solo thing with his peg leg wife or whatever. And then when George Harrison did the Hare Krishna song, I do like that.
Yeah. No, I mean I enjoy the Beatles, and here's the thing, is like if you're gonna be the sons of the Beatles and make music, you can't do your vocals and try to sound exactly the same as the Beatles. You gotta do something a little different.
I don't know. I think that tracks.
Okay,
though.
So the song is like it's mellow, but the vocals do sound a lot like a Beatles song.
But that's because you're cashing in on your parents,
right? But do something different.
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying, and
it's too like on the nose.
Agree with the sentiment. I would prefer that they did like a rap rock thing. That would be awesome.
Like a the new next metal Linkin band. Park or something.
They did Linkin Park.
Oh god,
or if they did like fucking like an ICP tribute thing.
Yeah,
that'd be so sick. Honestly, if you were like, hey, they're in a power violence band, I'd be like, that's cool.
You know what? Be like Reagan's son, who instead of being all like about Christianity, you're an atheist and you like go out and be super atheist.
That's equally as obnoxious.
Yes, but it's more entertaining because when you find that out and when you see the little commercials of Reagan's son being like, fuck the church, my dad was stupid about that and I'm into atheism.
Yeah, but that's
you're
more
like, wow, really?
But that's reactionary as opposed to like an organic like conclusion.
I want to see a Linkin Park-esque Paul McCartney son and John Lennon's son.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I would love them to be like.
But unfortunately, no.
I would love it if you were like, hey, they're doing
the boring thing.
They're doing like a really cool like like they're doing like a Daft Punk. I feel like that's awesome. But I will say, other end of that spectrum, there's a band and I forget what they're called, but it is multiple members of this band are the children of dudes in Slipknot. And it's like a Slipknot-esque band.
The people in Slipknot had children?
Yeah, dude, those guys are Grammy Award-winning musicians.
The one guy died, Jordan Jordanson.
Two of them are dead. Their guitarist died too.
Really?
Before Joey did, yeah.
Joey Jordanson. What did I say?
I don't know. But there's multiple guys in Slipknot. I mean, they've been around forever. But no, dude, Slipknot, like...
is sick.
Slipknot is I really the songs of Slipknot that I really do like, but also conceptually I love that band.
Yeah.
There's a guy out there and listen.
Bands with masks are
they can go either way. But before we end the episode, I do want to say this as a encouraging thought, right? If you want to be creative, if you want to be an artist, a musician, a painter, whatever, and you don't think you really have it, right? If you don't think you're talented enough, but you're like part of a crew, right? Mm-hmm. Something that you need to remember is that there is a member of Slipknot whose entire thing is that he hits beer kegs with mallets. And that motherfucker has won a Grammy. All right? So the next time you don't think you're good enough and you're not contributing enough to your crew If you're, you know what I mean? If you're the tambourine player in some stomp stomp clap like Mumford and Son ripoff band that I don't like, keep on going, man, because you too can be a guy that throws poop on people while wearing a mask.
Yeah.
And you can win a Grammy.
Yeah. You could be the guy that rings the little triangle bell and
well, look at Flavor Flav. He didn't do shit when Public Enemy was like actually around.
Yeah.
But then it turns out he's actually a very, very, very talented musician. And he positioned himself to be like a huge TV personality.
Yeah.
But like objectively, he didn't do shit in that crew. Except, like Hype Man are super underrated.
Who's that one guy?
Wow, I don't know.
The one guy that's like really big.
Again, I don't know.
God damn it! Why did I even bring it up?
I don't know. Say bye, Jordan. We're done.